Chapter 1, Introduction to Accounting. This is your instructor lecture that will highlight the important points that you need to know from this chapter. Chapter 1 covers several important objectives, including knowing the purpose of accounting, who is affected by accounting, types of businesses and ownership, as well as why we do what we do, who comes up with these rules. So the purpose of accounting is to provide financial information about the current operations and financial condition of a business. And it goes to several places: individuals, agencies, and organizations. More importantly, who uses this accounting information? Owners use it because they're concerned about profitability and current financial conditions. Managers use it because they need detailed measures of business performance, and in today's time they need it more frequently, which computers are allowing us to do, but it is important that they have that frequent detailed measure so they can make changes if needed. Creditors need it because of the company's profitability, debt outstanding, and assets that could be used to secure debt. In other words, they want to be sure that you can pay them back. And government agencies need the information for companies' profitability, cash flows, and overall financial condition. One thing they will be doing is determining how much income tax the company will pay. Accounting is a process. It's a system of gathering the financial information and then reporting it to the users that we just discussed. The steps to this process are analyzing, looking at events that have taken place and thinking about how they affect the business, recording, entering the financial information about events into the accounting system. Classifying is sorting and grouping similar items together rather than merely keeping a simple diary-like record of numerous events. Summarizing is aggregation of many similar events to provide information that is easy to understand. Reporting is telling the result, and interpreting is deciding the meaning and importance of the information of various reports. What is GAAP? You'll hear this over and over in accounting. It is the Generally Accepted Accounting Principles, an acronym. It's developed by the FASB, the Financial Accounting Standards Board, and it is procedures and guidelines to be followed. The FASB process to develop GAAP is to identify an issue, place the issue on the agenda, research the issue a preliminary views document to look at the pros and cons, hold the public meetings, and issue an exposure draft, consider feedback, and finally issue a final accounting standards update. So this process is important in that it shows validity, integrity, and the generally accepted accounting procedures. It takes a while to make changes as it does go through this rigorous process that you see before you. In other words, they don't just pull these ideas out of a hat, but they actually do have some validity and integrity to what they decide. The types of ownership are sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. A sole proprietorship is a one-owner business, which is where the word sole comes from. The owner assumes all the risk, and the owner makes all the decisions. A partnership has two or more owners. Partners share the risk, and partners may disagree on how to run the business. But on the pro side, the partners may have more than one expert and maybe even have more than one skill. So two heads are better than one in that case. A corporation is owned by stockholders. Stockholders have limited risk, and the stockholders may have little influence on business decisions. In this course, we will primarily focus on sole proprietorship with some partnership studies. The types of businesses are service, merchandising, and manufacturing. A service business provides a service such as a travel agency, physician, or a computer consultant. A merchandising business buys a product from another business to sell to customers, such as department store, pharmacy, and grocery store. A manufacturing business actually makes the product to sell, such as an automobile manufacturer, furniture maker, and a toy factory. And we have a few of those in Texas. Be sure that you read the ebook or your textbook, whichever you prefer, for detailed information on the objectives that were reviewed in this presentation. It is important that you realize that this is going to be a very short review of the important objectives, the highlighting, but you do need to read the textbook for the details. End of this video.